Here we go, getting set up for the live broadcast on this Thursday night, and here we go. Hey everybody, meteorologist Hutch Johnson joining you. It's Thursday. Some thunder made its way through. We'll look at rainfall amounts that has fallen, and there's more in your forecast. Drop a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Are you a fan of all this wet weather? Are you hitting slippery roads thanks to those beat trucks and the harvest going on? It's that time of year where we've got to think about that stuff, and I'll have forecast details you need coming up right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson, brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
All right, we'll get started with that hour-by-hour forecast. We do have that chance of rain showers that will persist. We have showers moving into eastern South Dakota right now, heading into the late night hours as we approach the 9 o'clock time frame. This heavier band of showers will be swinging through. So once again, Fargo has a shot at some overnight showers or very early morning showers out there, and that's something to keep in mind. Could it be thunder? Well, we might hear a rumble of that just like this morning. Cheryl Johnson, thank you very much. Good evening from Park Rapids, you say, and I say good evening from Moorhead, Minnesota. What an exciting night tonight. Now, did you catch my weather kit tonight? If not, after this is over, make sure you head on over to hutchesweather.com and you can see the latest weather kit and his forecast tonight. It was just a pleasure to have this young man on board. I'll sneak over here, but Weston Holt helped me figure out that weather, and he did an outstanding job, and I'd love for you to share your comments. Let's get right to the details, and I want to make sure that you're aware of what's going on. Hey, Jason, thank you very much. Jason Mickelson watching from Wolf Lake, Minnesota. Barely got any drizzle. There's some hit and miss areas out there. This is a big-time low-pressure system where things have been forecast to be most persistent is out to the west. We've had passing showers here, and then things really warmed up and, dare I say, muggy out there as well. Let's go through your forecast. Heading to bed tonight, showers will be focusing into eastern South Dakota right here. Look at all of this moisture moving into parts near Thunder Bay, Ontario, all the way out towards Brandon and Manitoba out there. Audrey, thank you so very much for supporting Hutch's weather with gifts of stars. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, now let's take a look at the morning forecast. As we head towards daybreak, where's this rain going? Well, it sneaks right into the FM area, 4 o'clock in the morning. So if you're in Richland County, if you're in Hankinson, if you're in the Wilkin County area, be aware. We have some of the morning sprinkles making their way through. A break up north, but still cloudy. Our wind has a southerly component across Minnesota. This wind is heading up in that northerly direction from south to north. Bemidji wants warm weather. Hey, Bonnie, I will check on those current conditions as we go through. But this south wind keeps things mild in the morning. Here's what changes. West winds, as this system works its way through, will take hold here in the valley across most of North Dakota and the Southern Valley. That means cooler for your Friday than what we saw today. And this is where things will be cool and very wet. Minot west, right into Williston, and we're talking Kenmare all the way up towards Bowbells, Crosby. And look at things drying off in northeast Montana as well. I'll zoom out to give you a better picture here. If you happen to be watching from the great state of Wisconsin out there, things not too cheesy, as we'll see most of the showers pushing off to the UP and on into Michigan. Big swirl, comma-shaped cloud, that storm system working its way off to the east. Now, let's zoom in on this. Let's see these isobars here as we set this into motion. Shazam! Boom! As we go through the morning hours by daybreak, we'll have a chance at some sunshine out there. No wind. Shh. Looking a little quieter, but breezy here, where we see these isobars fairly close together. See that? Jamestown. We're talking about you folks out there in McKenzie County. You're going to be seeing some hair follicle twisting weather out there. BA, hi, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Thanks for joining Hutch's Weather. You have a question? How have things been there? Did you get much rain? Brenda, same thing for you. Was it rainy enough for you? Okay, International Falls, Rainy Lake, Lake of the Woods, morning showers as we start the day. Where does it go? What happens? Here we go. Spinning along the international border, we'll see persistent showers of rain. I do think north of Highway 2 we'll have some accumulating rain showers there. Hello, Northern Grace. Good to have you on board as well. Thank you so very much. Now, as we continue this into motion, here's where the change comes in. All westerly wind as we go through your afternoon. Showers and thunderstorms start developing. Boom, right over here. International Falls, Rainy Lake, out towards Thunder Bay. And that's going to continue off to the east. So eastern Minnesota into Wisconsin is where we'll have thunderstorms as we go into the close of the week. This wind becomes northerly here in western and central North Dakota. It will be a little gusty, and that sets a stage for a big time cool down. It's shiver-worthy temperatures. Warren, Minnesota watching. Thanks, Kim. I appreciate you very, very much. Bonnie says, in other words, no northern lights after the flares we've had with all of the clouds out there. That's going to be a little bit on the tricky side over the next few days. So thank you very much. Surprise thunderstorm at 1 p.m. says BA. Okay, well, we definitely have a couple that might still pass through your area tomorrow in the early afternoon hours before they shift off to the east and start making some Swiss cheese in Wisconsin. Now, as we take a look at your afternoon forecast and evening, this storm is out of here. Look what's moving out of Montana. That's snow, folks. That's right. West of Billings out there in that Red Lodge area, right? Bozeman and on out towards Butte. We'll have a chance for some flakes of snow. Sheridan, Miles City, and Glendive seeing another batch of showers, as will, wow, the oil patch up here in parts of western North Dakota. This is Saturday. What does that mean for your weather? Check it out. This moves off to the east, hits the central part of the state first thing Saturday morning, clearing and turning much colder across Montana as we go through Saturday. Then the northwest winds burp through here. We see a chance at some racing showers through here. This is a little more intense than this model has had the last couple of runs, so I'm going to increase that chance of some showers in the early hours on our Saturday. As we go into Saturday afternoon, Shazam, it's out, but the north winds will gust and they will continue to bring in some cooler temperatures. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at what you want now. Go ahead, drop a comment. Let me know what it is you want to look at with regard to the forecast as we go through. I'm going to start with that 7-day planner. Why wait till the end? When you're watching Hutch's weather, you get to steer the bus a little bit here too. So I am going to increase our chances of showers on Saturday in the midday hours here in the valley and out to the west in the morning hours. Temperatures in the mid 50s out there as we go through our day. Hi from Badette. Linda, good to have you on board. Thank you very much. Northern Grace, muggy out there. Indeed, I was noticing the same thing. Less muggerific weather here in the valley and points west. If you are in central Minnesota, Brainerd Lakes area, maybe even Bemidji, you'll have southerly winds in the early half of the day, and that should help keep things on the mild side. Then look at this, temperatures hovering right around 50 degrees into next week. You see these blue areas? I think we'll have a legit shot at some freezing weather, more frequent freezing weather. Monday, another cool front makes its way through, and that's going to usher in near 50-degree high temperatures out there as we go into next weekend. How about some near, mid-20s to around 30 degrees as we head into the middle of next week? So there's a look at that. Now here's your hometown forecast, and now let's focus on these digits. South winds keeping things muggerific in the south, rain showers pushing through the valley in the morning, and then shifting north. We're going to talk about mid-40s to upper 40s across most of North Dakota. And until we get up there in that Bow Bells area, we could see a few of you, maybe up near the Rock Lake area, some of you in the low 40s, a possibility. Now, you were asking for warmer weather in Bemidji, 51 to start your day for this time of the year. Not too bad. 7:48 a.m., the time of sunrise. Friday, here's what you need to look at. See the warm spot? It's easy to see here. Look at that. 75 degrees across much of the I-94 corridor between, say, Wadena, Highway 10, through Brainerd, and right into the Twin Cities, where we'll have 72 to 75 degrees across the region. And for you, BA, it looks like temperatures in those mid-70s, not out of the question there. Remember, an isolated or renegade thundershower. Most of our showers in the afternoon and evening hours will be up north. A few thunderstorms possible on the North Shore, as we showed you there, heading into the day. So that's a look at that. Now, we're going to retreat a little bit here and tell me in the comments, how much rain did you get in your rain gauge today? That's what I want to know. Most of the rain in and around the FM area fell in the morning. Here's a look at the rain gauge from the North Dakota Agricultural Weather Network across the region. Look at this, 1 to 3 inches of rain in and around McKenzie County and on up into that Williams County area here. So basically from eastern Montana and Freud, where we had 0.4 of an inch, it ramped up quickly to 1 to 3 inches of rain. Remember, I was showing you 1 to 2+ inches of rain out there. There it went. Fell right into the rain bucket out there. Now, as we take a look, the central part of the state picking up a beautiful dose of moisture. Mandan 43 100ths, central parts of Burley County 64 100ths. And here in the valley this morning, the rain that made its way through 1700ths in North Fargo, but it was a little bit heavier just north of town there in north central parts of Cass County. Sweet, I'll take it. Should work outside tomorrow. Good, BA. That sounds wonderful. We got to visit a little bit here down the road. 1.02 inches in central Polk County today. as the rain focused right around 3/4 of an inch to an inch up in the northern valley. Now, this is where things get a little bit on the slip slidey. Right, because we've got the sugar beet harvest in full swing out there. Trucks are rolling, and there's mud on these highways going through parts of northwest Minnesota, northeast North Dakota. And with that rainy weather, that muddy, mucky highway, that is slippery. So please be a little bit cautious, and remember, it's that time of year again where we do have some slippery streets, even though we don't have slippery sky conditions. So that's a look at what fell. Now let's take a look at your current conditions here as I load up your temperatures, and you can really see that mugginess in the air out here. Check it out. This is what I mean. Your temperatures, there's the warm tongue of air sneaking up into Fargo, still 70 degrees, 63 in the Twin Cities right now, with Sioux Falls at 66. The cool air burping out of parts of, Alberta, heading right into the Estevan area and out near the border there near Beach. So 48 Bismarck, 54 in Jamestown, and 55 degrees for you folks up on Lake of the Woods. I'm loving the rainy weather, says Brenda, indeed. Now here's a look at the dew point temperature, and the dew point temperature makes it feel muggy. So when we get in the 60s and 70s in the summer, that's just sticky air. Sticky air you can wear. Now, it don't feel humid out there, but look at this. It's gone up from the 40s, pretty dry air out to the west in the western part of the Dakotas, to the 60s. That's some soggy air you can wear out there, and that means we definitely have some muggerific air across the valley as we head into the nighttime hours. Now let's look at that latest radar. Here's the regional view of the radar. We can see some thunder and lightning right along the international border. Been persistent there. Look at the heavy rain punching into south central parts of South Dakota right now. These are some strong hail producing storms down there south near Kearney, Nebraska, south of North Platte and into McCook here. This is a lot of lightning with these, a lot of active thunderstorms right now in and around that Ainsworth area, Bassett, Valentine, Nebraska. It's starting to quiet down. We do have garden variety showers north of Wilmer that's heading into your area there just north of Alex. So if you're on the highway, you're going to pass through some heavy showers there. And then we do have a few spits showing up on the radar here, Grand Forks to Hillsboro. And that is about it. So that's what we have going on. I don't see a lot more questions. I do want to say hutchesweather.com has got a lot of content on here for you. And I just want to make sure that you are aware that we're kind of fine tuning things back to what you need for weather information coming up as we head into the winter months. Check this out. Now, if you go to hutchesweather.com, we're going to walk through this really quick together. Up at the top of the page, Joe has my menus set up here so stuff is easy to find. You know what? Snow amounts, it's that time of year. We've been getting some snowfall reports across the nation. This page can take you right there, and you can peruse the nation and where the snow fell. And my friends at OK Tire are supporting and sponsoring the road conditions page. You can get everything from the snowfall forecast on that page to the road conditions in any province or state in our area. So keep that in mind as we head into the season. And by the way, it is the fall season. Right at the button, right at the top here, you can click on that puppy and it'll take you to the DNR page here in Minnesota. Now on this page, they do a fantastic job of keeping us updated. This dark color here, that is 75, past peak. So most of the colors here in northern half of Minnesota past peak, but we are peaking now from near the cities down into the southern part of the state. And look at this, near the Red Lakes area, peak colors are showing up there. Now, I did hear some of you saying that the colors aren't quite as sharp this year. Yeah, we had a long stretch of fairly dry weather, and it was just hot, and that does impact those leaves and their colors there. Good evening, says Storm Tracker Dave. Hope you're having a wonderful night. Thanks for joining us on Hutch's Weather. So if you have plans to take a weekend stroll through parts of Minnesota, focus on that trek between here and say Alex, and then find a place that's wonderful and great to get out and see the beautiful colors. All right, hutchesweather.com is there for you. And again, the photo uploads have been magnificent. I've got more to share with you. But you know what? We got that time of year now where the horses are trying to eat and fatten up a little bit as the rest of the livestock. This is Stacy Moe in Fergus. Great shot there of the horses at the, what she called the all-you-can-eat buffet. I mean. All right, then look at the fall colors here. Definitely past peak. Many of these trees, thanks to the wind, stripped of many of their leaves, but we do still see on the other shores there near Fergus, some beautiful, beautiful conditions on Hook Lake. Now, we got a lot of harvest going on out there. They're bringing in the corn here near Comstock. It's that time of year, drying out enough, but now it's getting a little bit soggy out there. Thanks, says Storm Tracker Dave. Thanks for making the videos, and thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. If you have Input it all. Let me know what you got going on. Tiffany Qualley taking quality pictures once again and sharing them with all of us. The corn harvest going on in west central parts of Minnesota. And just some doggone cute puppers. That's right. I don't think mine is around here. Pedro, he and I did take a little bit of a walk tonight. So that's what's going on. What a beautiful puppy there, Julia. Thank you for all of your photos over the months and years as well. And thank you so very much. Now, back to hutchesweather.com. I do want to make sure that you know that my fine sponsors, including my friends at JLA Crop Insurance, help make Hutch's Weather possible. Please take a moment, visit these sites. And you know what? If you are looking for crop insurance or ag insurance, Nate, who runs JLA Crop Insurance. By the way, he gets JLA from the initials of his kids. 3 kids, 3 initials, a family person, and a small farmer, just like you. Give him a call. Let him know that Hutch sent you so that he knows that his contributions here to Hutch's Weather making a difference. So thanks for supporting all my fine sponsors. I did want to take a moment and share with you that down a little bit lower on the page here, you can always see Hutch's videos are live when they're live. This is where you can sign up here to be a recipient of an email when something really is going out of whack. I'll send email blasts out to my over 1,000 followers here who sign up for the email alerts. I don't send spam. I don't send spam and eggs. I don't send green eggs nor ham. It's just weather, and that's what you get. More content here on your hour-by-hour forecast, letting you know in your hometown what the weather is going to do hour-by-hour style and when that chance of rain peaks. And here's a look at what we have going on as far as watches, warnings, and advisories. Whoop! Right here you can look, and that says over in Owlson, North Dakota, we have ourselves a dense fog advisory, and that's not good. If you're on the shores of the big lake out here, Lake Superior, we got ourselves a small craft advisory. So if you are in a small craft, you got to be knowing that things are a-changing out here. As we take a look across the nation, whoo, look at this. We have some cold winter weather going on out in western parts of Wyoming. That's a winter weather advisory for snow and for blow and all that kind of stuff. All of this right on hutchesweather.com. And by the way, tonight was Weather Kid night, and you can check the latest Weather Kid videos right here or sign up to be a Hutch's Weather Kid like all the other brave kiddos out there who have helped me figure out the weather. Hey, keep in mind for Love of Dog Rescue, that is where Pedro came from. And this is a spot where you can go to give what you can. You can find out information on volunteering and everything right here by clicking the button in the link on hutchesweather.com. That's a look at your weather. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. We will stay in touch. Big things are coming on Hutch's Weather, so don't miss a day. Woo-wee! Gotta go check the rain gauge.
This has been a Hutch's Weather Update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching Hutch's Weather. Anywhere, anytime at hutchesweather.com.